This is the ALPHA-1, the Alpha, the Omega. This is the absolute unobtainium 1982 Maico 490, and this one will definitely it'll rip your house right off the foundation. It's an absolute freaking rocket ship, man. The driveway has never become so short. Once third gear opened up on this thing, it's gone. This is a rare original matching number Survivor that had very low hours on it. These are the original factory Acron rims on here with the stickers still on there, as you can see on the front and rear rims with the correct date codes to 82. They've been relaced. A full frame up restoration's been done on this. Those original rims were relaced with new Buchanan stainless steel spokes front and rear and wrapped in a nice set of brand new Metzler tires. The forks have been rebuilt, new seals, new oil. The shock has been rebuilt, the engine's been rebuilt. They started with taking it right down to the frame. This is a frame up restoration. The frame was powder coated, the original ALPHA-1, kind of like a Ferrari red color, if you will. The frame is in excellent condition. If you look at the frame rails on this side right here, there might be a couple of chips in the paint from being up and down on the stand, but there's no dings in the frame at all on that side. And this side of the frame is absolutely pristine, not a single ding. To find a 40-year-old crosser, motocross, with a dent-free frame like this is absolutely remarkable. Definitely unobtainium to find a 40-year-old frame that's nice. So starting with a perfectly mint frame and a nice set of straight rims and a good original Survivor, this one was taken right down to the frame and a full, complete nut and bolt restoration was performed. Let me grab the work order so I don't miss anything here. But I guess we'll start up at the top here. I'm gonna take my glasses off so I can read this. The engine, it has a brand new NOS first over piston, Maico piston, so it was stripped right down to the frame. The engine cases were split. All of the components were inspected. The engine was bored first over with a new piston, new rings, new circlips, new top end bearing, new wrist pin. The crank was rebuilt with a new rod kit from Maico with new main bearings, a new primary chain, a new clutch pack, all new transmission bearings and seals, a new kick shaft, and a new kickstart lever. The exhaust system is a handmade pipe, as you can see. It's got the cones right here welded together. It's a handmade pipe with an aluminum handmade silencer. The carb was upgraded to a more modern Kian carb with correct jetting for this engine spec. It's still a little fat on the bottom, so I'm going to bring it down to the Wizard Monday and have them lean out the pilot jet, or maybe adjust the air fuel mixture a little bit. It still seems a little rich on the bottom, which is how you want them when you're rebuilding. Run it a little bit rich, but this thing's been through three heat cycles, less than an hour runtime on the full frame up restoration. The ignition is the Motoplat ignition. So the engine's been completely rebuilt. The cylinder head and cylinder jug have been repainted. The cases are original factory stripped, unpainted. They look like a sand cast case, original factory engine cases. The shifter's new. The foot pegs, if you zoom in, you can see those are brand new foot pegs, new springs, new mounting hardware. Just an absolutely beautiful piece. It has a brand new gold chain and sprocket. Of course, the new Metzler tires, tubes, and the Buchanan stainless steel spokes. While it was apart, new brake shoes were put in, new wheel bearings were put in. The frame was powder coated, the correct Maico red. It has new steering head bearings up on the top here, new swing arm bearings and seals, and of course the stainless steel pegs, shift lever, and if you look at the chain guide on the other side, you'll see that's also brand new. Running up to the bars, you'll see it's got a brand new set of Magura levers and Terry cables. So the attention to detail and fit and finish on this thing's fantastic. The bars are a new set of Renthal bars with a new Maico crossbar pad. It's got the new Magura levers, Terry cables, new Pro Grip 801s, new kill switch. It's got a new front number plate, new mounting hardware, new VMX, absolutely stunning finish on this VMX plastic. The original forks were rebuilt with new seals and new oil. The lowers were repainted. The front brake pads are brand new. Just an absolutely stunning piece. The original factory gas tank is intact. It has a brand new service gas cap. It's got a brand new set of custom Steiger, what we call OEM Plus graphics. They're very similar to the originals, but they're reproductions that Christie had done with a flair towards making it look a little more
modern flair.
Modern flair, that's the word I was looking for. It's got the Metzler logo with the trunk up on the elephant for good luck. This is an ALPHA-1 Maico 490. Just an absolutely stunning machine. This is the motor that everybody copied. Rumor has it that the other manufacturers were trying to duplicate the power output of this bike. It's over 50 rear wheel horse at the rear wheel. I haven't dynoed it, but it's definitely a 50 plus rear wheel horsepower monster. So if you think you're man enough to ride this bike and you're looking for a vintage moto bike that you can take and race at the highest level on against new bikes in the amateur ranks, and it is 80% rider, but this bike, there's one of these at Loretta Lynn's this week. I saw a video of somebody riding one of these at the national championship level. Air forks in the front. The rear shocks is an interesting piece. It is a Corte Casso original shock that's been rebuilt with Works Performance internals on it, more modern internals, which is pretty cool because it looks like a factory shock, but it's a much more modern internals on it. If you're going to race against old bikes, this would qualify for the drum brake class, and it would kind of be like cheating because you've got the world's best air-cooled two-cycle big bore two-stroke ever made, freshly rebuilt, brand new motor, putting down over 50 horse with a Works Performance shock and long travel Maico forks, with a beautiful set of Metzler tires, new brakes and chains and sprockets and bars and all new controls. It's kind of like almost like cheating, but it's not. It's actually legal for the drum brake class. And it should, if you don't win on this, look in the mirror, because this bike's entirely capable of winning it in the vintage class. And in fact, the right pilot on this would do well in the amateur ranks against new bikes on this, because they have that much horsepower. So just a beautiful piece. The carb has been cleaned and serviced. The fuel tank was flushed out. Has new fuel lines, new carb vent hoses. We're running VP ethanol-free fuel at 32 to 1. Has a new uni air filter, new gear oil. It's been given a full nut and bolt check after the frame off was done, and it was heat cycled and run a couple of times to make sure everything was torqued down properly. Once you powder coat a bike, there's something you got to do. You got to go over the nut and bolts on it again. Of course, the new tires, new tubes, new rear rim lock. All the pivot points have been lubed. The rear chain is a quality Pro Taper gold drive chain, which looks nice with the gold rims. All the controls, brakes, everything's adjusted beautifully. The throttle assembly's been cleaned and lubed, and you can see this is a new Magura 314 Duro throttle assembly with a new cable, also with the ProGrip 801. So all the controls are new on it. The VMX plastics shine. The Steiger graphics are next level, and this thing, it basically speaks for itself, although I had a lot to say about it. Good luck finding a nicer ALPHA-1 490. If you've been thinking about buying a vintage Maico, well, they ain't going down in price. First of all, they're going up. They're with inflation. Money's not worth anything anymore. It seems like you can't even go to the grocery store or you see the cost of a gallon of milk or a gallon of fuel these days. Everything's getting so damn expensive, and this is a piece of heavy metal, an investment quality piece that is a low hour original, evidenced by the condition of the frame, the original wheels, the original engine cases, cylinder head. Everything's in beautiful straight condition. There's no mauling of the metal on the frame or on the swing arm. It's in pristine condition. The rear subframe's perfectly straight. It even has the original caps on the back of the subframe. Just a beautiful, beautiful piece. This is a decompression lever right here, so it makes it easy to start. Just kick it past TDC, pull it in, and fire it up. We have 3 Maico 490s that we just finished, and we're going to be doing a video tomorrow with the ALPHA-1 and the 2 Sand Spiders, so stay tuned. We'll have all 3 of these fired up tomorrow. If you have any questions about this classic, give us a call, 860-454-7024. We also finance vintage bikes too through Freedom Road Financing, so we can get you financing on it if it's something you want to do. The pegs are larger, they're stainless, and they're larger than the originals, gives it a little bit more control. If you come around this side, you can see not only you see the new handmade custom exhaust, but you see the Öhlins shock reservoir in gold, which matches nicely with the gold rims and the gold chain and the gold detailing that's been done on the bike. So absolutely pure moto porn. The thing is, the profile on these 490s, when you stand back and look at the the actual profile of the bike, it's a classic big bore monster. It'll absolutely rip your house off the foundation, and you'll have a hell of a lot of fun doing it. So ready to go at New Metzler's. Bid high, bid often. You're not going to find another one done up like this, full frame off with new engine internals on an original mint Survivor. So thanks for watching, and God bless America. Lean out the jetting a little bit. It's running a little fat in this heat. It's like 90 degrees out, so we'll lean her out a little bit, and we'll have 3-490s out here tearing up on Monday. So stay tuned. Have a nice weekend. Thanks for watching. God bless America.